Gazza Koi pond. Well, got another problem. Pretty sure that my Bakki Shower weir is leaking, so I'm going to have a look at it now and see if there's anything I can do. See if I can rectify it and solve the problem. I've had a little bit of an idea. The actual edge of it doesn't look 100%. It doesn't look like it. Sorry, excuse me a sec. Doesn't look like it actually finishes flush and straight, which is making me think that it could possibly be part of the problem, how the water's running off the edge of the overflow. So I'm going to switch it off, pick the bottom weir up, take it off, see if I can perhaps solvent weld it where it may be leaking if it is, and then trying to unlock a shed one-handed, guys, is not really easy. And then I'm going to plane the corner edge off, or the lip edge that it rolls over, and see if I can plane it flat, because I think that might be part of the problem why the water seems to be running and cascading over the bottom side as well. So I'll spin camera around, show you what I'm on with, and let's see what we can do. Get right back to you. Alright guys, so what I'm going to try to do is seal the underside of the joint where the two pieces of the spillway has been welded up on the inside, because I can get my fingernail underneath this gap and get my fingernail underneath that gap there, which is making me wonder if this is where it's leaking from, because the fact that I can get my fingernail under a joint shows that Apex Koi did a real good job in the production of said spillway. And the other thing is, this edge here, nice and flush, and it's about 5mm proud there, which is visible by, not a great deal, but obviously out of square and not getting an even flow off the edge of the blade because the blade's not level. So I'm going to see if we can mask all this off, run a bit of solvent cement across it. I don't think it's going to do the best of jobs. I'm not 100% sure if it'll melt into this plastic, but I'm then also going to take the other side over and silicone seal with some fish friendly, fish safe silicone, and just make sure that these are tight, because they are solid, but I think they're weeping, and shit happens, as they say. So this is the idea: mask it off, and then trim to seal, take that off. And the reason why I'm masking it off is just so that I get a nice square edge line, and it's not absolutely loads of glue over the seal. I only need enough just to do the job, not to drown it in it. I'd like to say, if I contacted Apex Koi and get a replacement sent out, I might get somewhere, but from what I'm hearing online from other people that have purchased from this chap, they've had the same problems. They've ordered new ones, and I'm kind of wishing I didn't go now for saving the 60 or 70 quid, which would have been the difference between a slightly more well established company creating them or making them, and purchasing one from them. But you live and you learn. But this is what I do for a living. I mend stuff. So let's mend this one and see if we can get it doing what we want it to do, which is be watertight. So next one. Heat gun, just to make sure there's no moisture on the inside of the tiny little crack. Absolutely no idea if this is going to work, but hey ho, let's give it a go. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. It's certainly strong enough on pipe joints. And my guess is it should be adequately strong enough to seal, provided it works with this type of plastic. Which is the other thing, but yeah, I can tell it is already, so. Just belts and braces, guys. I'm going to obviously do the other side on the top with pond-safe clear silicone. Whew, wow, that's a bit a bit filmy. If there's any of you other guys that might be having a problem with leaking or partially leaking spillway, if this works and it cures it, for me, a little bit of a video on how you can do the same if you need to do. Because believe you me, if I contact him and ask him to send me another one, from what I've heard from somebody else, they've done exactly that. The one that I sent out leaked. And other people that I've spoken to about it have all said they've taken a long time to get anything from him. So, flash it off the heat gun. Demask it. I don't think that's going to work a great deal of anything, but I'm just wanting to try and see if I can get some in the crack and fill the little gap up. It's certainly got some down into the crack. Trim off the peeled off, little bit there, it's peeled off. Hopefully that'll seal the underside. Clean off this edge, because when the water's running off, and I'm believing this is the issue, it's running off here and then tracking underneath. Now, anybody knows if you work in construction, any windowsill or anything like that, or any doorway, a fresh old Weber bar, I've what's called a capillary groove. Now, I could score a blade and run a blade, saw blade or a circular saw, table saw, and run it across the table saw like that, and put a tiny little capillary groove in the bottom edge of this, about 1 centimetre in, and that would give the spillway, because then the water would hit the capillary groove and then drop. But it should, in theory, run straight off this edge, but it's not, it's tracking underneath. Now I can't tell whether it's tracking under or it's the tray that's leaking, so the theory is to hit it from all angles and see if we can get it to cure, because I'm losing 1 inch of water a day, which is not that bad I think, because obviously I can replenish the water, but it means water change all the time, every day. I suppose it's like a trickle in, trickle out, but I don't want the water going where it's going, so I don't want it seeping in or getting down the back of the pond or down the back of the line. It's not at present, it's just wetting the top and then trickling back into the pond, but I don't want that to be doing that. So I'm going to see if we can plane this off, get it nice and flush, because it's definitely not. It's at least 5 mil higher at this end than that end. This end's flush with the end piece, and this one's not, it's 5 mil bigger. You know, anything, it would have been really easy for him to rectify that on a table saw, put that up against your fence, set your blade to the maximum depth for that, 25 mil, set your blade on, table saw, slide it through, nice neat square cut. But who says any of the rest of it's square? If the rest of the angles are square, then he won't get a square cut on the other end, it just follow suit. So that could be the issue, or he just simply can't be asked. It's definitely been through a circular saw, because I can see the rotation cut on there. But it ain't good enough. Right. Stick the dust bag on, then I won't get in trouble with the wife for finding bits of plastic everywhere. And let's see if we can get this planed off. In theory we should be able to, but let's see. A little bit of a tip for you guys: if you're ever using power tools and you don't want the cable to go over, stick the power point behind your back, put it over your shoulder. Nice and flush again. With the heat as it's gone through, it's got a little, few little lumps and bumps on it. So we'll go for the next one. Again, dust bag just in case. Still going to have to do some cleaning up, but not as much as what I would have done. .320 disc. .240 disc. If we want to go and 400. Use discs, but for what we're doing, it'll be perfectly fine. .240 first, down fruit grades, just whizzed over this edge. This will be a little bit loud, guys, so headphone warning. Quick whiz over with a 240, down to a 320. Down to a used 400. That should be ample enough for Number one tip, guys, whenever you got power tools, as you can see, there's the original box, over 4 or 5 year old, original sander, no new parts, no new replacements. Cable, it comes folded for a reason, because no cables love to be twisted. You twist up your cables and all your cables inside become entangled. And once you start entangling them, that's when you start getting your power tools kicking in and kicking out, because the little copper inside doesn't like to be twisted. So it comes folded, and it comes with a little cable tie wrapped around it. Fold it back up. Nice, neat, tidy, back to it. Easy for me to get out next time I want to use it come tomorrow morning when I get back to it. Everything in the place has a place. Easy for you to get your hands to, as and when you need them. One more. If you are going to wrap a cable, then hold the cable loosely, over, under, so that the plug can spin freely. That way then you're not twisting your cables on the inside. Next one. As you can see there, nice and neat, nice and straight. A little bit of a burr on there, I might just run edge paper back across there and get rid of that, but we'll sort that later. Nice little beading, silicone. Don't need to be neat because I'm going to clean it off. Throwaway cloth, standard thinners, one of your best friends when you're messing with silicone. Finger it across, wipe it off. Again, you don't need loads on, so any excess that I'm pulling out won't make a difference. The reason why I've overdone it and I've put a lot in is because I want to put a fair bit of pressure on and push it into these cracks, just to let the silicone do the seal rather than a big thick line of silicone doing the seal. I want to push it right in these gaps, let it set in there, let it cure, and then we'll get it back in place. Fresh cloth. Any excess that's on, simply just wipes off. A lot of people say wet your finger and run your finger around it, but then you've got to put your finger back in your mouth and wet your finger again. Well, most silicones aren't the best of products to be putting in your mouth. So if you want to get it off your finger and you want to smooth it out, a little bit of detergent in a washing bottle or a squirty bottle, and trowel it out with your finger, or like I said, my favourite one, a little bit of thinners, a little bit of solvent, it removes the excess, cleans it up, seals it off. There we go, right, we'll get it back in situ after it's been dried for an hour or so. More silicone skin in 20 minutes, touch dry 4 to 5 hours, 100% cured 24. Hopefully that's cured the problem. Built-in mastic guns. If you want a mastic gun, guys, these are brilliant, absolutely fantastic. As soon as you let that trigger off, no more oozes out. So if anybody wants a decent silicone gun, you can see I've had this for 8, 9, maybe 10 years. I use it every day a week. Absolutely fantastic. Again, tube just slides in, locks up, trigger forward to release, squeeze up. Brilliant. That's it guys, right, I'll get back to you in a bit. Alright guys, there you go. Certainly coming off the edge a lot better. A nice even spill. Not trickling back under the edge, so it might just literally be in the front edge of the bit that wasn't, you know, machined up, nice, neat, straight cut. Obviously the silicone seal that I've put in is going to do what it does. Should there be any leaks that were seeping from there, but just for notes for everybody, the little bit that I put in on the underside, the majority of that I don't think did a great deal, but at least some might have got into the you know, the slight little crack and might have done. I think the majority of the work that's actually cured the problem was dressing the front edge up with the planer and making it a nice sharp edge to come off rather than the serrated saw cut that it had, and obviously the uneven finish. So, well, let's see how it goes. Only thing left to do now is to clean my mucky handprints off of it all, because as soon as I've touched all the blue slate around it, I've covered it all in fingerprints. So there we go guys, one problem solved. Until the next one, I'll catch you all in the next one guys. See you soon. Right guys, well, it's a couple of days after I've done the repairs to the weir on the Bakki Shower, and it's been running now continuously, and as you can see there, I'll just zoom in for you. Perfectly bone dry at the side, perfectly bone dry at that side. No damp marks anywhere, and it's trickling in nice, just as it should be. So hopefully we've cured the problem. Fish all going scatter. I'm going to have to get this pond vacked out this weekend at some point. But that's certainly seemed to cure the problem. Now my plants, they don't look to be doing great. I mean, they're still green, still alive, still getting plenty of moisture, so they're not dying off as of yet, but I don't know, we'll see how they do. Can't really tell if there's any more growth there, but there's certainly no dying off of it yet, so obviously okay living in there as it is. Now I'm just wondering if any of you guys are thinking about going down to the koi show in Coventry today or tomorrow, which would be Saturday the 14th and Sunday the 15th. I'm thinking about possibly going down there myself, so if any of you are there and any of you guys see me, come and have a chat. Let's get together and have a wander around some of them quality fish that they've got down there, see what they've got. Anyway, hopefully we'll have a bit more of a video put out sometime this week with some of that footage as well. So I'll catch you soon.